Hey, what's going on, everybody? In this video, I will be discussing break and retest. Okay, so it's really important that you understand price action. Okay, It's really important that you understand price action, support and resistance, and trend lines. You have to understand how to draw these things. Okay, so let's take a look at a few pairs. Matter of fact, we're on OddCat. So the first thing you want to do is you want to do like a top-down analysis. And what I mean by that, you want to go to the highest time frame, the monthly. Okay. And you want to draw you start off with trend lines. Okay. We'll start off with trend lines. We're not going to go too crazy with it. Okay. We're not going to get too crazy with it. Okay. Let's do this. And I'm going to show you how important this is. Okay. This is very important. Take your drawing tool here, draw a trend line, connect the dots. Okay. You can either do it here or you can do it like that. Now, when you draw these trend lines, you want to start it off at the wick. Always at the wick. Let's make that a little thicker. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. That's one trend line. We can do another one here. See how, give me just a second here. Let me fix that. I want to get close as possible. See how I connect here, here, and here. And then right here, what you're seeing is this broke through the trend line. Matter of fact, let's do this here. Let me add, let me insert a shape on here so you can see what I'm talking about. It broke right here. Now, if I drop down to a lower time frame, I'm gonna show you here shortly from the when I do it on the daily time frame. Okay, but usually when you see a break here, you're waiting for a retest below the trend line, and then some kind of bearish engulfing, some kind of reversal pattern off the bottom of this trend line, and you take it down for continuation. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. That's enough on the monthly. Okay, you probably can do one more here. Let's see. You see what I'm doing here? The monthly is going to be red. Let's change the color of the trend line to red. You know what? Let me draw a resistance. I'm sorry, excuse me. A support line right here. Okay. See how I did it right at the wick? That's what you want to do. Okay, I'm going to drop down to the weekly. And see on the weekly, you see my monthly line, a monthly trend line. See, you can see the moves a little clearer now, right? You see? break, a mini retest. Here's a big retest here. The market fell for about 3 or 4 weeks. Okay. Here's a break of the trend line, that same trend line. You don't take the trade here. We don't chase breakouts. Okay. We wait for it to pull back like it did here. And it continued up. You could have took it to the next area of resistance. 445 pips or so. Okay. Just a second here. Fix that. Okay, so on the weekly time frame, what we're going to do is we're going to draw some trend lines here. And we don't want to get too crazy with this thing, okay? If it's not necessary on the weekly, if the monthly lines look like it covered it pretty much, we're just going to drop down again to the daily. Okay, let's drop down to the daily. Okay, this is what you're going to do here. Again, when you draw your weekly lines, let's go back to the weekly. When you draw your weekly lines, that color is going to be blue for the trend lines and the support and resistance lines. And then for the daily, the color is going to be orange. Okay. Now, let's say all this wasn't here. You really could have did this right here. You could have connected it right here. You see where I'm getting? Because before this happened, it had to break through a trend line. So look at this. It broke through. Of course, we don't chase it. And we waited for it to pull back. Okay, guys, we have to be cherry pickers when it comes to choosing our pair and choosing when to get in. We have to be highly selective of the trades we take. We have to really wait for that thing to come to us, okay? See how it pulled back and wicked here. It gave us a doji right here on the top of that trend line. 200 and something pips, 240 pips, give or take. Okay. Each time it even came down here and it really stopped hunting. This even might have been news. Who knows? And it pulled the market back, closed above the trend line, and went up again. Each time it came down, it touched the trend line and it continued up. Look where we are now. No telling what's going to happen here. It could come down here, wick, and continue up. All right, so we're done there. We're done there. You could do this if you wanted to. Okay, you're going to drop down to the 4 hour. And I'm going to tell you where you want to enter it, okay? Really, you can enter where you like, but it's better if you really want to catch it. You just catch it on a smaller time frame. If you want to catch the move a little bit sooner, you just look for the retest from maybe the 1 hour. I like the 1 hour. You can enter the retest from the 1 hour or 4 hour. That's if you analyzed it off the monthly, weekly, and daily. What they usually say is you want to enter in the next time frame down. When if you're drawing your trend lines on the if you're analyzing between the week, the monthly, and the daily, then you enter on the 4 hour. If I was going to analyze between, let's say, from the weekly all the way to the 4 hour, and let's say we drew trend lines and support and resistance on the 4 hour, then I'm entering on that 1 hour. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Now that's where we are. This is the 1 hour. You really could be highly selective, though. I'm serious. You got to cherry pick these things. Break, retest. Sorry about that. Let's go back. It broke this area, gave us a little retest here, and it continued down. Now notice one thing, I don't have any oscillators on my chart. I don't have any EMAs, anything like that. I don't. This is a clean chart. You can make a lot of money on a clean chart. You're eliminating a lot of noise, a lot of stuff that's keeping you from seeing what's really going on. Okay, let's look at another pair. Let's choose one that a lot of people like to trade. Let's choose one that a lot of people like to trade. Euro USD. You go to your monthly time frame. Oh, let me delete this stuff. Look like I already got something going here. See those points here? See how price went here, reverse, went here, reverse, went here, reverse. That's where you want to draw your trend line. Take it at the top of the wick, right here at the high. The color's going to be red. Let's stop right here for a second. I'm going to show you something. You see, let me fix this. You see how price came to the top of this line, gave us a bearish engulfing. Of course, it did pull back here as far as the body, but we still see that this red candle is longer than the previous candle. That lets us know that the market is going down. Right here, you see that this red bearish engulfing is longer than the candle prior. At this line, though, it happens at this resistance area, at this trend line resistance. The market fell. 3,004 pips. Notice here, it did the same thing. We're looking for a bearish engulfing. Here it is right here. And the market drops. Let's keep going. Okay. All right, let's drop down to the weekly. All right, you see those moves a little clearer now, huh? See why I say you enter on smaller time frames? Imagine catching this joker right up here. Imagine doing that. Okay, this is the weekly. Draw where you see fit, okay? Draw your resistance where you see fit. Be precise as possible. So I get it right there. Remember, the weekly is blue. Drop down to the daily. All right. And I'm going to connect it right here. The daily is orange. This thing has been going down for quite some time. Quite some time. Okay. Now let's take a look at this here. Wow, this is beautiful. Now, sometimes you can analyze all the way through the 4 hour if you like. But sometimes you'll notice that price is not going to always come down to your trend line. It'll get close, and then it'll reverse. But if you like, you could even drop it all the way down even to the 4 hour and analyze this thing. Let's see what we come up with from the 4 hour. Okay, much better. The 4 hour, let's change the color to, let me see. I don't know. Do hot pink or something. Let's do a loud color. Okay. So let's zoom in a little bit, see what's going on. And that's another way you can know, you can tell that it's reversing. You see wicks all in the same area. See how previously you see here was a wick. It's wick in here. And then before it reversed here, you see that it wicked the trend line. Okay, since this passed it up right here, we know that, hey, it's going down to our daily support, our daily trend line support. Came here, wicked it for us here, and it reversed. It passed the support area of the 4-hour and connected with the support of the daily. And you ever notice that price go past your area? You ever notice that? You're like, okay, I want to take the trade at this area here. And you're like, oh my God, it broke. It broke my area of support, my entry level. Well, where is it going? You have to ask yourself, where is it going then? Because sometimes what will happen is what you see here. It did break. But some people are getting in buys, right? I mean, sales right here, excuse me. But it's not the time to sell. The time to sell, if it truly broke, you wait for a pullback and then continuation for a downtrend. But it didn't do that. This is what you guys call additional stop limits. When you look at a trade here and you say, oh, it stopped, it's doing a stop limit. Well, no, it's going where it's supposed to go anyways. Right here on that support here of the daily trend line. And it continued up. Did it here? See, each time it came to the level, it gave you a wick. It's something really important that you should know about these candles is the wick. When these wicks are here like that, that's letting you know that it's just the market is pushing up. Okay, price, everything is pushing up. The buyers have came in. You know, the bulls have came in and took over. We chase wicks, we chase tails around here. Okay, I love chasing tail. I love chasing tail. I love it. Look here, you got a bullish engulfing. We're talking about Forex, okay? We're talking about Forex. We're talking about Forex. We're talking about Forex. I love chasing tails, okay? We call these tails, okay? You guys, I'm going to clarify that, okay? I want to make sure you know what I'm talking about. All right. All righty. So let's go to one more currency pair and I will be done. Let's go to the all-time favorite, GBP JPY. You see it? I see it now. Where do we draw a trend line? I'm going to let you look. I'm going to pause for a second and I want you to look. And I want you to tell me in your brain, where would I draw this trend line? Pause. That's right. Right here. Okay, we're going to drop down. Hold on just a second here. You could even do it like that. Just showing you different variations of how you can draw these trend lines. Okay. Let's drop down to weekly. All right, we're going to do it here. Maybe right there. Okay, and right there. Right there. Oh, we go underneath with it too if you like. Let's go underneath with it. Go right here. See, all you're doing is connecting the points here. Okay. Where it reversed. You already see where it reversed. You're just connecting them, okay? I already see what's happening here. Guess what that is? It's probably a retest. Probably going to have to retest the bottom of that trend line. Let's go to the daily. Oh, it's looking good. Yeah, this is looking good. I want to see it come up a little bit more, though. I really do. Okay. Let's see. We can draw a few support lines here. That's very important. Here's it. Let's see. Here's a pretty good area of support. See what I'm talking about? It reversed here. You see all the buyers and sellers fighting in this area. The bull and bears are fighting in this area. Okay. Let's go back some and take a look. Oh, even here, back in 2010, 2011, 2012. Let's go ahead and change the color of this support line here. Since it's the daily, we're going to go with orange. Look at that morning star. That's what you call them. The series of candles. 1, 2, 3. Right here. See what price is doing? Probably going to go up here and give us like a bearish engulfing, okay? Remember the bearish engulfing where the big red candle is longer than the previous candle, which is bullish? At this area here. It could be bearish too, but it's usually a bullish. This area here, and it's a long bearish engulfing. And of course, support would be above the line here once it reverses here. Okay, so let's do this here. Again, we only analyze from the monthly through the daily. You can analyze on the 4-hour if you like. It's totally up to you. Wait a minute, check this out. Check out this little area here of that break. See why I say enter on the 4-hour? You can truly see a break, a retest, bearish engulfing, market dropped. Let's move this so you can see it. What the heck? What on earth? All right, we're not going to even worry about it. But you see it. You see it dropped. Looked like it even might have gapped right here. I can't really tell because box won't delete. But you see, you know that price came down. We don't chase it. Okay, we only chase the pullback. After it pulled back and give us a bearish engulfing like it did here, Stop loss right here above this line. 500 and some pips. That's if you take it to the next area of support. You see how important this is? You don't need any moving averages. You don't need any indicators on your chart. Okay? You don't need none of that. You don't need none of that. Okay? Train yourself to read the market like this. We don't have an RSI, we don't have a TDI, we don't have none of that on our chart. Okay? We don't use that stuff. When you're trading on your phone, trade like this. Trade like this. I'm telling you, it'll help you out a lot. Understand reversal candlestick patterns, things of that nature. Understand what reversals look like. Understand what we see, what you see here. Price action. You see what the price is doing. You're looking at momentum, and you're looking at the bounce, the break and retest. The bounce of the trend line, or if you break a trend line, you're looking for a retest. Bounce of a trend line right here. It's bouncing off the trend line. You can take those trades, or you can take a break and retest trade for continuation. All right, so that's all I have, guys. Be safe. Talk to you soon. Peace.